question.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the picture in, I think it was the UK Daily Mail, that had the pictures of the ghost fleet of cargo ships parked east
Oh,
of...
sure. I ran the story today.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
I got the picture of the guy on the shoreline looking out there, and what the hell is going on? There's ships as far as you could see.
Walk to Hawaii without getting your feet
Yeah,
wet.
and the nighttime shot of all the ships lit up out there was amazing from the shoreline.
Cool, really.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, the thing that's bothersome about this is that when we're hearing all about green shoots and how the economy is going to recover, we're getting, I think Cliff over at Half Past Human calls it cognitive dissonance. That's what happens when you are told one thing repeatedly, and you open your eyes just a little ways. You go, wait a minute, this isn't adding up.
Yeah.
And so what's not adding up right now is green shoots, good times are just ahead, brother, and that's opposed to the drop of 10.4% in consumer credit debt. And the problem with a drop of 10.4% in consumer debt is that the whole ballgame down on Wall Street, the pricing of equities, at least in theory, is supposed to be driven by earnings and dividends and old-fashioned growth.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, if you've got shrinking consumer consumption, how are you going to grow that?
A little bit of a problem. If you look at my World Financial Crisis in the featured stories section, it's the top story there. The ghost fleet of the recession. Some amazing pictures there. So yeah,
there really are, and I'll check tomorrow morning. In fact, actually, I could probably check right now while we're chatting. We may start getting.
We're grousing, George.
No. We're reporting. There's a difference.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's grousing if you don't have numbers, but if you have statistics, then it's actually called reporting.
Of course, we were working for the USDA. We could be talking about reporting on grouse. But that's another story, so to speak.
You're trying to milk that one, aren't you?
No,
they don't have it. We don't have our new cargo stats out yet.
All right.
But I'm waiting for
what is the I forgot the term, doggone it. What is the term for booked ships and future ship bookings and all that?
Oh, you mean the Baltic Dry Index?
That's the Baltic Dry. That's it.
Yeah, the problem that thing hasn't recovered. We've seen a little life here just in the last week. I didn't look at what it did today. You know what Dow theory is?
Dow theory?
Yeah, Dow theory.
Isn't that reading animal entrails?
Kind of, except that it's the entrails down on Wall Street.
Oh,
it's
tea leaves. That's what it is.
The scat from the bulls and the bears, basically.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So you look up the Dow Jones transport averages, and the transports were up today like 27.9 points. 0.99. So I'd call it 28 points. So when the transports are going up faster than the Dow, the theory is that the Dow will continue to rally. If the transports turn around and start dropping, then the theory is that the Dow will follow. So for what it's worth, I mean, we could have another day or two of rally, and so we could actually see gold get up to maybe 1030, 1040 before they whack the...
they'll chop the legs out from under
right.
Any
right.
time now.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I've got several friends who've done technical work that say, silver might drop back down to, the $13 kind of range. Gold might drop down to the 700 range briefly.
I ran a story today, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, that a major advisor was telling everyone to take their gold profits now while the frenzy is still going on. So there was
the problem that the Fed's got right now is they're right at the pushing on the wet noodle standpoint, which is why this Treasury report is so interesting.
Yeah,
Treasury is saying we basically got to have standby money at the ready because we could need it any old time, but if we have the money at the ready, we may not need it Does that make sense? It does to Treasury.
It sounds to me like they just want to keep pushing digits on the keyboard to rack up a little bit of a fake nest egg so they can do something else with it when their next planned false flag economic attack occurs.
Oh, probably. But in the meantime, we just call it musical chairs and let's keep it rolling.
The Dow Jones, 9,628. Green shoots everywhere, folks.
Yeah.
Be happy, don't worry, keep your heads down, and keep chewing.
Good times are just ahead.
Be right back. UrbanSurvival.com with George Ure and all of you folks. Okay, Mr. U, go right ahead.
Should I get on to my next grouse?
We might as well. Just keep the feathers down, please.
Well, all right. The next grouse I have is about the number of people who are writing into me saying, should I sell my gold, take my profits? And I guess the answer is, I don't know.
An honest man.
Were
you born this way, or did you sort of ascend to this high level?
I actually ascended to it after a fair amount of work.
I see.
Here's the problem, Jeff. The problem is that, yes, the price of gold may stabilize, may drop, may go up. We simply don't know.
Gee, you just narrowed it right down.
Yeah, narrowed it right
Thank
down.
You.
But what we can do, and I have a subscriber newsletter called Peoplenomics, and that's where every week I put the stuff that how do I say it? The stuff that really I don't feel like giving away, because some of it's pretty interesting. One of the things I did last weekend was I took the S&P 500 monthly close for June of 2007 and compared it with June of 2009.
Okay.
And it was down 28.1%. Okay. Now,
right?
That's our first data point. June of 07, June of 09, down 28% for stocks. Then I looked at real estate, the S&P Case-Shiller 20 market average. June of 2007, the average case house was 199,400. And in June of 2009, it had dropped down to 167,690. So, in other words, about a 15.9% drop.
Okay.
Then I looked at gold. Gold had gone from $650 an ounce in June of 2007 up to $935 an ounce at the close of June 2009. So it was up 43.8%. Now here's why my answer is kind of complicated.
Okay.
What I did is I said, okay, if I know what the price of housing is, and I know what the price of gold is, why don't I just figure out how many ounces of gold it would have taken in 2007 to buy the average S&P Case-Shiller house? So in other words, you take that.
I got it,
yeah. The answer is 308 ounces of gold. Okay, now we roll forward to where we are at the moment, and we find that we're down now to where the typical S&P Case-Shiller 20 market average house only costs 180 ounces of gold to buy.
That's a lot more than 15%.
yeah, it's a huge swing.
Oh.
Now, if this swing continues, I project out that if gold keeps appreciating like it has been, and real estate keeps coming down as it has, then 2 years from now, it is going to be, you can't throw out the possibility that one of these Case-Shiller, S&P Case-Shiller 20 market average homes could be going for 69 ounces of gold.
Wow.
So let me ask you the question, and here's the big danger when we're dealing with the new depression. The big danger is people get terribly hung up on a number, and they go, "Oh, gold is coming down. Gold is coming down. What should I do?" Well, look at the other asset
They
class.
got tunnel vision, those people.
Yeah. And what I'm doing is, as I say, forget all of that. Count how many ounces of gold it takes to buy a house or to buy a car. And what you'll find is that if you, like I did, bought gold several years ago, only one coin, of course, being a poor fellow, that coin will buy you a lot more physical stuff today than it used to. And that trend does not seem to be reversing. I mean, we can have all kinds of teeth gnashing and hand wringing and woe is with me and March on Washington. They're all evil crooks. Throw them out.
The trend is damn near rock solid. That's not going to go anywhere but the same direction.
Right.
No.
And that's the point. The point that I made was, you put a couple of these data points out there, and you can go back further if you want. But the trend is pretty solid that the number of ounces of gold or silver. Now silver has had an interesting hiccup because it ran up real quickly to about $20 and then it pulled back. But even so, we're approaching that $20 number again. So overall, over a long enough period of time, you'll see that it will take less ounces of silver and less ounces of gold to buy a house. And so what you can do every time you get these monthly numbers, like the S&P case study comes out every month, and you can go to whoever your favorite bullion dealer is, call them up on the phone and say, "Hey, what's spot price?" Or you can hit any commodity outfit, and they'll gladly tell you. What you do though is you look at how many ounces of this does it take to buy one of those, and if the answer is drifting in a direction, then you'd be a damn fool not to play that trend.
That's got to be the Ure index.
Yeah, I mean it's a real simple, but it's very effective.
No, that's very smart. That's very shrewd. I've never heard that put. So I mean, it's right there
simple.
too.
It's in your face,
It's right there.
But the problem with most people is they go to business school and they learn things like the intricacies of Tobin's Q. I don't know if you read Bernanke's essays on the Depression. It's really interesting, but it's like the guy's on a quest for this holy grail, formula that's going to save us all.
Yep.
And that may be. Good luck finding it, but I just take the real simple numbers, like how many ounces of gold, or if you're a